Hello and welcome to Game Woven, a collaborative storytelling collective building a world one game at a time. Now, this next arc is going to be a little different from the ones we've done previously. We're very lovingly calling it the God Potluck. This is because each of the 5 of us founding core members of Game Woven are going to be gathering our own table, playing our own different games to build out and elaborate on the different pantheons and worshipping systems of the setting. So, for the next couple weeks, I have taken the keys and will be playing Fiasco by Bully Pulpit Games. If you like what we're doing here, you can follow us on Twitter at GameWoven, or you can join our Discord and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/GameWoven. Hello and welcome to Game Woven, a collaborative storytelling collective making a world one story at a time. Today, they left me, Robbie Roy, with the keys. So I brought in all my friends to make a mess. To make this particular mess, we'll be playing Fiasco, designed by Jason Morningstar and made by the wonderful people at Bully Pulpit Games. To give you a little intro, what is Fiasco? Fiasco is a storytelling game inspired by cinematic tales of small-time capers gone disastrously wrong. You'll tell a story about ordinary people, with powerful ambition and poor impulse control. Lives and reputations will be lost, painful wisdom will be gained, and if you are really lucky, you just might end up back where you started. You probably won't be lucky though. The goal of this game is to tell a fun story about humanity and failure with your friends. Bad things will inevitably happen to your characters, and the game will work best if you work together to find the most interesting ways to make that happen. So, we'll be playing Fiasco. We have a little bit of stuff going on behind the screens because normally in Fiasco you have some decks of cards and it'd be as easy as just shuffling up and passing them out, but we're digital and I didn't pay for the digital version of the game, so this is the only die roll necessary. Who wants to be the first person for me to roll a die for to see which random group of things they get? Thanks for volunteering. While I roll, why don't you tell the lovely people listening at home who you are, what your pronouns are, and where they can find you.
Hello all, I'm JV, aka Jade Violet. I'm also known as Red Black Golden on every social media platform, including, but not limited to, whatever that old one is that no one is on anymore, and the new one that people are all clamoring for, as well as YouTube, which is now my current favorite one.
Incredible. So what you all will be receiving from me are going to be what's essentially your hand of cards in this game for setting up the interplay between our characters that exists before we even start the game. So they're going to be relationships, needs, objects, and locations, which we will get to in a mo. But next, who wants to be our next brave soul?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead and tell the lovely people at home all about your lovely self.
Hello, everybody who is listening, wherever you're listening. I'm Marquis, sometimes known as Barty Time Online. I am your internet ex-boyfriend. Don't worry, it was amicable. And I'm just here. Thanks for having me.
So good to have you, as always. Wonderful. Who is next?
Hi, I'm Anna. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. And I am also known as Sanctum Cosplay, Sanctum Cosplays with an S, all over the internets. I am also a part of the soon-to-be-released Eden's Fall podcast.
Incredible. And that only leaves one friend left.
Pass.
I counter your pass card. My
Oh,
counter
damn
spell.
it. Not again. I knew I should have brought one of those.
Yeah.
What is up, everyone? It is I, Big Beaz, your happy, helpful harbinger of hype. I am just a loud guy on the internet who occasionally streams, voice acts, speed runs, creates TTRPG content, pixel art, and game designs. I do a whole bunch of shit. Not really well, but I do it. Yeah.
Woo! Incredible. All right. And now the editor's going to have to edit out me sending everyone else their stuff.
Vamp, 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 vamp. Are you expecting a DM? What are we expecting? Are you sliding into our DMs?
Yep.
Rob, you keep sending me nudes. You didn't send me anything useful for the game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying the nudes, but...
I'm so excited.
A little shout out to the a wonderful friend of me and the show, Super Dillin, for helping me make up our own little deck. Because a little shout out to Fiasco. These relationships and then the things that connect all these characters that we'll be doing in just a moment are sent out in like little decks. So there's like a fantasy story deck and a like suburbia heist deck, and so there's not a immortal gods in a Pantheon deck necessarily. So by both grabbing a couple that we thought were applicable and making it up our own, we made our own little deck for this particular game to give all of you options to make some beautifully messy characters together. And so just need to send Beaz these. I'm so funny.
Ha ha ha.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
I'll laugh if you give me good items.
Yes.
They're all good.
How about a picture of him asleep?
Bet you won't.
I don't have one, unfortunately.
Oh.
Usually it's just videos of dumb shit he says in the middle of the night.
Oh, well, I need those too.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's gonna be like,
Got
wow,
Snapchat?
these guy's a fucking creeper.
Nothing like finding out you're like a sleep talker like 20 some odd years into your adult life.
This fucker started making robot noises 2 nights ago. It sounded like he was goddamn rebooting.
Aren't
It's
you
iconic.
only like 8 years into your adult life?
Well, okay. You know, 7. Technically,
baby.
depending on where you go. All right. 1, 2, 4, 5. Great. All right. So that means me with those.
Oh, wow.
All right. So
I want the editor to keep in the fact you say things in the middle of the night so everyone can learn a fun fact about you.
well, it probably will.
Hey!
All right, everyone. So we have just dealt out all our cards. So following setup of the game, first of all, as a little base level, we're going to be playing gods, our own little pantheon. There may be some extra deities or minor deities that will be NPCs, but us 5 are all major important gods in this setting and pantheon. To note, as you'll learn not too long after these episodes all air, we're not the only gods that exist, though. So, starting with the person who most recently damaged something valuable. What's the most recent time y'all have damaged something valuable?
Would you consider my mental health something valuable?
Wait, in the world lore or in reality?
In reality.
Oh.
Also, I'm going to say that's our free space bingo, because it's 2023. That's
That's fair.
that's
We
our
all
free
did that.
space.
You said damage something valuable?
Mhm.
I broke a blade on a couple $1,000 lawnmower.
How recently? Just today?
No, not today. I think it was 2 days ago.
Hold on. Before this is in the podcast, are we admitting to a crime?
Oh no.
Okay, cool.
This was at work. It got fixed.
Yeah. Well, actually, while I was picking up dinner today, I did slash someo's tires. And
Weird.
Although somebody was parked like an absolute ass. They did the like 4 parking spot parking jobs.
That's why you got to keep chalk in your car and then draw little PP parking.
Yeah. Anyway, has anyone damaged something valuable more recently than 2 days?
Davey, what'd you break?
In 2 days? No, I didn't.
Okay. So the biggest Beaz, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the relationship prompts I've given you, and you're going to look at our document. So as a note, normally, again, we'd be sitting in kind of like a 5 circle. For the listeners at home, our circle is going to be Anna is set next to me, who's set next to JV, who's set next to Beaz, who's set next to Barty, who's set next to Anna, who's back around to me.
Who be got? Who be got?
So what you're going to do, Beaz, is take one of those relationships, one of those 3 prompts you have, and you're going to put them between any 2 people here at the table.
Oh, you can choose other people?
No, you're not making that.
So-
Oh, shit, that got messy.
Starting with the person who has most recently damaged something valuable, choose and place a relationship card between any 2 adjacent players.
Shit, son.
Each player will have a character, and this relationship is what connects them to another character.
Shit, son.
I love this.
It's wonderful.
Mess. I don't like the face Marquis is making because it's very schemy, and I don't like it.
I love that face then.
All right.
That bitch be schemy.
The romance of the past are the 3 relationships you have.
Rob, I want to clarify. This is a swearing okay podcast, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, good, because I've done that like 4 times already.
Yeah, I realized that I said this bitch is schemy about Marquis and then forgot to ask if we can swear.
Listen,
I'm
between
the only
2
one
people-
here who's trying to maintain an air of professionalism. It is.
Ah, fuck that. You know what you got when you brought
First
me here.
and foremost, bitch, how dare you? Second of all,
The devil works hard, but Bree works harder, but not even Bree works hard enough to bleep all the swears that get said on this show.
All right,
Rob and I
have
are
done it.
unhappily married. Cool. What's up?
Incredible romance. So for listeners at home, a relationship has been placed between myself and Anna. Our characters are unhappily married.
Yeah, specify our characters real quick. Our characters only.
Yeah.
Hannah, why are you staring unblinkingly at Rob while you say that?
So Barty, it's now your turn. So if you could place one of your relationships in between 2 people.
There you go.
All right, so for the listeners at home, between Beaz and JV, swindled you with an unsatisfactory amount of silver, maybe. So one of you 2, JV and Beaz, swindled the other in whatever
Oh,
that means.
JV swindled Beaz.
It's not directional. That's just for me. It's between us to actually figure out that kind of stuff.
Hey, I'm willing to go with that.
Hey, we'll find out. Anna, to you.
Okay. And these are, relationships.
So one of the relationships.
I will say, thank God you said there's going to be other episodes of other gods, because I literally was making the god of everything else. I was going to introduce their poor fellows like, I'm the god of everything else.
Well, here's the thing. You can have that, but you're the god of everything else in this pantheon, right?
Cool. Love that.
All right, Marquis. This is for you, BB.
Okay.
So, Marquis and Anna's characters have just been assigned rivals, bitter ex-lovers, which is fun because now Anna and I are married. So our characters are married, and I have a evil ex now.
Fight,
So that's
fight,
great.
fight.
So that'll be to me. So I'm either going to be applying this to JV and myself, or Beaz and Marquis. And it's much more fun to have someone else be like, yeah, there's not enough of this. So I'm going to say, Barty and Beaz, you 2 are twins.
Aw, that's cute.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
I do want to tell all the
Yeah.
listeners out there that Rob is the only individual in this game that decided to type his shit out. Everybody else just
Copy
copy and pasted.
Well, I didn't have a DM.
So
I
that
didn't
sounds like a
send myself
skill
a DM.
issue to me. All right.
True. And then JV, what's our character's relationship?
So this is the past. Got your favorite demigod killed.
Ooh,
Love it. Love it.
I
spicy.
will make that a more appropriate color there. There we
Sounds
go.
like a plan.
All right.
All right. So once you have a relationships established, briefly talk about the obvious broad connections. For a relationship that suggests two types of people, such as manager and employee or hero and chump, which one of you is which? This might change as you add additional details to the relationship. So for instance, who between us, JV, got the other person's favorite demigod killed? Do you have an idea of the kind of god you would like to be?
I don't fully yet.
Mm-hmm. So we have one more round of this basically to further flesh out. So we don't have to fully get it figured out if you don't want.
I had some artsy thoughts flying around my brain that I don't
Love
want
it.
to go with because they're too nebulous and I don't know what they mean.
Incredible.
So,
Okay. So we will wait on that. JVBs, do you have an idea who wants to have swindled the other?
I'm gonna go with Marquis' idea and just say it was JV.
So
that's
JV
fair.
swindled you. Great.
You're terrible, JV. How dare you?
Oh, hilarious.
I'm the purest one here. I'm just a good Christian boy, so
So we're lying.
A lot of the people. Go ahead.
So Marquis and Beaz, you two are twins. Now, do we want to do this like god birth style or like Athena from the head style? Are you two twins like in like the human way? Are you twins like you were born at the same time? Were you born from the same being?
Beaz, what are you the god of?
hedonism.
Oh, right.
Oh, great.
So I think what would be fun is a sort of primordial situation didn't necessarily like created two beings and just sent them out forward.
So you both just kind of arrived together?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Arrived to the Pantheon together. Very fun. Hey, bitter ex-lovers, who broke up with who?
I broke up with Anna.
Wow, it's so immediate.
All right, Marquis
I
said
love
it
you too,
first.
Marquis.
Wow, in that relationship, you can tell that Marquis was like, "Yeah, I'm done," and Anna was like, "Well, maybe. You know what? I guess it's fine. It was between both of us."
Yeah, I totally said it was mutual and it was not
Yeah.
mutual.
Yeah, understood. Hey, that we've learned a lot today. Also, Marquis, do you have an idea of a domain that you want to be? Do you want to be everything else?
No, so since
Okay.
he's the god of hedonism, I am going to be the god of neurotic secretaries.
Okay. Okay. Let's make that a little more fantasy. I'm gonna
Neurotic
type it as
teenage boys?
diligence. I'm gonna
the
call
god
it
of
diligence.
diligence and
I was about to say they can have
logistics.
secretaries in fantasy.
You're not wrong, but I don't feel like
What do you call the guy who carried the coconuts around behind King Arthur and Monty Python? I'd call him a
Boom.
secretary.
In your face.
incredible. Anna.
Yeah.
So our characters are unhappily married.
Yeah, because I'm still in love with Marquis. Come on now.
Great. So, yeah, is that the big point of tension?
I would assume so. Do you have another point of tension?
This is the chance where we could say one, or we can leave it.
In our fake marriage and in no way our real life marriage, do you have another point of tension?
Oh my god.
The more you say it, the more it's believable.
The more I say there's no problems whatsoever.
There is no war in Bossing Say, so
No.
great. Awesome. So now we're going to do something very similar to what we just did. So continuing where the rotation left off, you're going to choose an object, need, or location. So you can pick any of what you have, and you're going to place it below an existing relationship. So it's going to kind of like modify it. Each relationship will have one card attached to it. The story should have at least one and no more than two of each type. So it kind of suggests to keep not put the needs right next to each other. So if you're about to do that, I'll let you know, but it's not that big a deal. So I believe, JV, you were the last person to apply relationships. That means you get to apply the first thing. This will be either a need, an object, or a location. And this can be to anybody.
Oh, this is fun. Okay.
That laugh. I hate it and love it so much.
It's fun. I like it. I'm feeling good about it.
I'm so excited.
I think.
While JV is doing that, I would like to tell everyone that this stream is brought to you by Captain Carwell's Crispy Cannolis. So crispy, they'll cut your mouth.
So crispy, it made Beaz think this is a stream and not a podcast recording.
That's right. It's for a podcast. Leave it in. It's all right.
So crispy, it'll shank a hoe.
Keep on, and I will break these cannolis and stab you with them.
I'd be honored to be stabbed by such delicious and well-made cannolis.
I think okay. I think I've got it. I'm just not sure exactly which spot I'm gonna put it in, because I have so many options here. It's so delightful.
Isn't it just?
I'm gonna just plop this right here, and it is a need, and the need is to get respect, repair your reputation.
Incredible. So these two, Marquis and Beaz, their characters have this need in common. Incredible. So then it's going to be me, since we're going the other way around. Let me take a peek at what we've got working with here. Well, hey, this thing seems like it would fit great. Between Beaz and JV, I'm going to put an object. Weapon. The only thing that can truly kill you.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
JV, wow, you are something. How dare you?
Oh my god.
Incredible. Hey,
Healing
Anna.
weapons that can kill people. What is...
Somebody, one of those two.
Oh, okay. Give me 6 years. I was thinking about it, and then I stopped thinking about it because I got distracted by my own thoughts. I have made my decision. I'm gonna go between JV and Rob.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
It is a location in the heavens where you hid it.
And it is italicized.
Hark.
Incredible.
Oh shit.
Marquis?
Okay, well, since you took mine, Anna, I'll give you this one. Have fun with it.
Oh boy.
You have a need in common.
You're putting two need...
No.
Let's see. No, we're not. You're fine.
It's between you and me, Rob.
To get out, make one of you mortal again.
Oh, snap.
Incredible. All right.
Work.
And
Thinks I hate it.
rounding us out, this is going to be between Marquis and Anna, our bitter ex-lovers.
What friend would I be if I didn't put this one?
Yeah.
I will say I am a little offended that you didn't put me next to Beaz so we could continue we either hate each other or are in romantic relationships every time we played a game. So I'm a little upset that that's
this is
not
just
there.
pre-established. You can still do that, and I will welcome it with open
Oh,
arms.
see, the thing is, it's like one of those telenovelas where it's just like you think you've been with Marquis the whole time, but what a twist! We're twins.
I mean, listen. Let's not leave any doors closed at this juncture.
Why do you think I broke up with her?
So,
But I thought it was you.
between Anna and Marquis, the need that they share is to overindulge in forbidden rituals. So,
Blood sacrifice. Blood sacrifice.
that's everything established that we need to establish. So now, we get to just finalize some character stuff. Like, what are you god of? Let's give a bit of a vibe, a name, pronouns, and then we'll just get into it. That's the beauty of this system. Light, breezy, into the drama. It's great. We have, so far, the ideas of hedonism, diligence, weather. So we've got kind of two concepts and something pretty grounded. JV, do you feel like you want to do something more grounded or more conceptual?
Grounded. A grounded concept.
Great. That works perfectly. So I think I'm going to make myself the god of heroism. Who a mortal who ascended to godhood through acts of heroism somehow.
That's festive. I have decided on the god of ink and paper.
Oh.
Which is a fun one. I like this one. I will reveal his name at the end. But I will say his pronouns are he, him, and loves a library.
Incredible. Anyone else feeling called?
I will take the name that Marquis provided for me, which is Preterra, the goddess of weather, specifically starting weather events. Can she stop them? Absolutely not. She sets them in motion and there they go. And the weather is greatly affected by her mood.
Incredible.
I will go with Tensos, the Deity of Diligence, and it's they, them.
Great. Love it. Beaz, you got an idea?
I don't have a brilliant mind like Marquis giving me names, so I am still trying to find something.
No worries.
I can sing the blood sacrifice song. Would that help?
Yes, that might.
Blood sacrifice, blood sacrifice, blood sacrifice, blood sacrifice, blood sacrifice, a blood sacrifice. Did that help?
Oh no, I just got focused on the dancing
That's
and
right,
blood
that's right.
sacrifices. So
I mean, you could be Gladio.
My name will be Nayaka, using pronouns he, any, because I'm a god. Yeah, that'll be me. So, just need a B.
We need a JV name as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
And I believe
We got it.
the name will be... Oh, shit. Nope, I had it.
I really do love the idea, though, of having a god named Oh Shit, I Had It. Just as a concept.
Oh, no. As fun
That's
as
the god
that
of
is.
anyone who has ADHD. Oh shit, I had it.
Like, fuck, I had it.
Mother.
Nah. I think I will go with Beagle. Beagle.
Like
Yes.
the dog.
Yeah, like the dog. Uh-huh.
All right.
Yep.
Great.
The tone of your voice is telling me that might have been a panic statement that we're now just sending.
It is.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you want to add just like one extra syllable to make it
There's
not
a silent
feasible?
letter in there, right? There's gotta be.
I was gonna say like something along with like calligraphy, like and then the first thing that popped up was Caligula, and I was like, that is not with no.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, here, you could go with Flores. You could go with Colloid.
Hold on.
You could go with Beagle.
Almighty Cunnilingus, hear my prayer.
There you go.
I think I'll just stick with Perito.
Wait a minute. The problem is that I was trying to go with something that, generally speaking, pertained to the cephalopod
Oh.
because they release jets of ink.
Oh.
You see,
sword,
which is
sword.
also where Beagle came from, because the quote on the Wikipedia page describes a quote from Charles Darwin, and he wrote a book called Voyage of the Beagle. That's how I got there.
Okay.
But also, I don't want Beagle, actually. We'll go Squid.
Second thought.
You could go Mollusk, Die Branch, Octopod.
We will go with Squid.
Okay.
I like how we have all of these like kind of beautiful multisyllabic names, and then it's and I'm Squid.
Squid.
Hello, I'm Squid.
Hi, Moon Moon.
I'm Moon.
Oh, Squid.
Squid is the Moon of our pantheon.
We're locking in Squid?
We're locking in Squid.
Great. Awesome.
I love it.
Fuck, Squid's here, y'all.
Squid.
And Beaz, do you have a name as well?
Yeah, I could not think of it was either between Gladios or Orbeez. And so I think I'm going to go with Gladios.
All right.
I like it.
You don't want to be a small ball that gets larger in water, Orbeez?
I could. I just wanted it so I could roll the R's very annoyingly.
And as someone who can't roll my R's, I would be offended.
Quick, Marquis, give me a name with R in it.
Burrito.
No, I don't want burrito.
Gotta do it to him.
Burrito.
All right. So, welcome to the first act. We begin, of course, with Act 1. So, this is how scenes work. A scene is just a moment. It's going to have generally 2 characters. And when you start a scene, because we're all going to start 2 scenes per act. So, when you start a scene, you have to pick establishing or resolving. If you pick establishing, you get to establish the scene. So, who's there? What are they doing? What generally might happen? Do that if you have a strong idea of what's going on. But if you choose to resolve, everyone else at the table decides who's talking to you, what's going on, what's happening. But at the end of the scene, you get to pick whether that scene is going to lead to positive or negative things. Because, of course, if you choose to establish, the group decides whether something is going to go well or poorly for you. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does anyone feel really compelled? Because otherwise I can start us off on our first scene. Does anyone have a scene, something like, this has got to be the first scene? No problem. So, I'm going to choose to establish, and I really want to hear what a conversation between Nayaka and Tensos. Is it Tensos?
Mm-hmm.
What a conversation between Nayaka and Tensos might look like in our little, whatever we end up calling our little Mount Olympus Pantheon's home. So, I'm imagining this is a mostly conceptual pantheon, right? We only have 2 people who represent like physical objects or concepts in our pantheon. So I like to imagine that it's honestly like a floating kind of like observatory, like we're floating on glass looking down at nature from like the heavens, and cosmologically we probably aren't doing that, but that's what the camera sees. So do you have an idea of what you think Tensos would be generally doing and what they look like?
Absolutely. So, at any given moment in the forward flow of time, one can find Tensos in not a corner. No. There's not enough room for that. In a very conspicuous area surrounded by all manner of logistics-keeping items, abacuses, I don't know, tons of scrolls and parchments, just schedules and calendars and lists, to-do lists, grocery lists, every single thing that needs to be taken care of for the continuation of existence. And because of that, Tensos is often wearing very loose clothing that always has eternally rolled up sleeves. Larger ones, but they're eternally rolled up because he needs enough space to be able to pull a pen or any other kind of writing implement out of nowhere. And always have a sheaf of paper that can take down an additional note that he may need, or they may need.
Incredible. So I feel like Nayaka basically is just a 1-to-1 of the like their mortal form as they ascended, and now is just like a 1-to-1 amongst all of the gods. It looks like, to an outside observer, there's also just a person walking around in like very beat up like magical armor with like scars, and imagine a lot of like old wounds, just walking around the kind of heavenly halls here. So Nayaka, and as a note, what Fiasco says for playing a scene real quick, regardless of whether you establish or resolve, you get to play out a short scene. Its form is up to you. You can describe it as though you were watching a film, or act it out with your friends, or something in between. Treating it like a scene in a movie is generally best. Say what the character's doing and speak for them. The goal is to get to that delicious moment of indecision and learn whether the outcome is going to be positive or negative. Along the way, breathe life into your characters and have fun with each other. The whole scene should take no more than a few minutes. So, as Nayaka approaches, we'll like gruffly stand behind Tensos for a moment, and after that, we'll like point at one of the pieces of paper and say, "Can you round one figure down? That's a lot of lives for that drought if you round it that way."
Picks up a ruler to smack your hand. My calculations are extremely precise. Nayaka, I cannot be rounding things down. They must be done to the 16th decimal point, or else the universe will come to a crashing halt.
Don't feel like that has to be hyperbole, but that could be correct. Anyway, that's not why I came here to talk to you. Listen, I know I haven't been here nearly as long as the rest of you. Kind of still getting my footing, so to say. And I listen, I can see someone who does work when I see one. Obviously, there are some folks here that maybe do more for this community than others. And you are obviously, I think, one of those.
Is still writing, but like looks, or I shouldn't say looks. They turn their attention upon you without necessarily looking at you, as they just say, "Oh, don't you have a wife that you could be giving all of these wonderful compliments to?" Grumble, grumble.
Yeah, yes, obviously, of course. I just have some things that I would like to be doing and to work on, and just want someone different to maybe toss some ideas around with, you know?
The pen stops, and the full face of Tensos looks upon you and just says, "You want to take on work?"
Yeah, maybe a little, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I mean, my wife does speak highly and fairly often of you.
Tensos begins to like pull things into very neat and strict piles, and picks up a smaller one and holds your hand and slaps down a piece of these papers and puts your other hand on top of them. "Come, we must speak very long and very hard about all the things that will be required of you to fill out this particular task. I think that you might be situated for it. It's particularly dealing with the comings and goings of crops that are going to be needed for the next war that the humans are about to get involved in, but you know."
Right, yeah. Okay. And afterwards, I would love to, I'm sure you have a lot of very diligent notes about items, comings and goings, and events, so I'd love to get a peek at some of those archives, so.
Well, if anyone knows where anything happened to be, it's generally me. I do like to keep track of, how things, where they end up. So, but yes, we must go talk, and starts pushing you towards a table so that they can sit you down and just.
Incredible. So now we do some outcomes. So technically, at some point during the scene, but we can do after, you will need to figure out whether the outcome is going to be positive or negative for your character. If you established, your friends get to decide. It might be obvious, but they can talk it over. If you're resolving, you get to decide. Regardless of who is deciding, it is best if everyone starts the scene with an open mind. It will be positive or negative for the character in the spotlight. It may be screamingly obvious from the start, but it more often will emerge in play. So, friends at the table, was this a positive or a negative outcome for my character? Nayaka.
I feel like you're bad at it.
Yeah?
You're a mortal being tasked to do a god's work.
Or more mortal.
You're a mortal being tasked to do a god's work. My vote is bad.
I'm gonna vote bad as well.
All right. So I have, again, we would normally have a little bad card in front of me, but I will put down 1 bad, 1. Incredible. So we're going to move on over. JV, would you like to establish or resolve?
Establish.
Great. What's the scene? When people are playing, we can always be extras, is what the game calls it, where if we need an NPC or something to fill out this world or a gap in the story, you can just do that. But only do so if you really have to, because we want to keep this web of relationships as the main focus.
Absolutely. I would like to establish a scene between Squid and Tensos. I don't particularly have a reason for this. I just sort of feel like weird things are going to happen there, and that sounds fun to me.
That's all the reason we could ever ask for. Thank you for listening to Game Woven. Please give us a follow on Twitter at GameWoven. Join the Discord, support the Patreon, and consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting platform. This week's episode featured myself, Robbie Rowling, as well as Sanctum Cosplays, Party Time, Biggest_Beaz, and Red Black spelled with a Q-U-E, Golden. Thank you for listening.